So tell me what we got here.
So we got here is a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am.
Okay.
It's got a 400 Pontiac small block, 204R overdrive transmission with a 373 10-bolt rear end.
Okay. Now, did it come with the 204R?
It didn't. It originally came with a 400 three-speed turbo transmission in it. And when I did the rear end swap to a 373, I wanted to do an overdrive to keep the RPMs down.
Okay. All right. So, did you drive it when it had the 400?
Yes.
How much of a difference in the RPM drop was it when you put that 204R in?
So for me, going 70 miles an hour, and then going to the overdrive, it dropped it down about 800 RPM.
Wow, that's huge.
So it pretty much it doubled my gas mileage. So like going from Winston-Salem full tank to all the way out here to this show here in Durham, it burnt a quarter tank of gas, a little less than a quarter.
Okay, and it probably would have been double that if you would have had that 400 in there.
Last year, the last time I came here, it took up about a half a tank.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense to do that swap. Okay. All right. And how long you had it?
So I bought this one in 2012.
Okay.
Off of Craigslist, and then it came out of Hendersonville,
Okay.
North Carolina.
Okay. And what kind of shape was it in when you got it?
When I got it, it was in running condition. It was a complete car. It did have some electrical issues, some crazy electrical issues, like you mashed the brakes, all the interior lights would turn on, the exterior lights would turn on. So, but it was a complete car. The interior's been redone on this. It's been repainted, different rims,
Okay.
suspensions.
And tell me about these rims, because they still look like the Pontiac Snowflakes.
So these are the year one Burt Reynolds edition
Okay.
rim. They came out around like 2008, 2010, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Year one got with Burt Reynolds. They were doing the year one Burt Reynolds edition Trans Ams.
Okay.
So they came out with this rim, and it's a custom, it's a made to order type rim. You can get them in 17 all the way up to 20 inch.
Okay.
So this is a 18 by 9 on the front.
Okay.
And then the rear has a 18 by 10 on the
Okay.
Yeah.
18 by 10 on the rear.
And then you can get it with the gold painted snowflake, or you can just get it with the regular aluminum finish or black or red, or they're custom painted to whatever color you want.
Okay. Was that out of year one?
That's out of year one.
Okay. All right.
Since then, they've done two or three different additional versions of this rim.
Okay. Now, do you have a back seat in here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, these sports cars. Yeah. Oh, this is real nice. And it looked like you have a CB.
It does. It has. I put a CB radio in there. You do the black and gold. You got
Yeah. Oh man, I like that. I like that. Okay. And I always like that bird. Always like that bird.
Yeah, it's got the big bird on the hood compared to the 77, 78.
Okay. Okay, so
the 77, 78 has the bird that's like this right here on my shirt.
Okay.
And then once you hit 79, they put the larger bird, and it's got more feathers.
I like that bird though. I always like that big bird. Okay. So tell me more about the engine and what went into it and who built it.
This is actually not the original engine that came in it. So it was supposed to have from the factory a 403 Oldsmobile.
Right, because it's automatic.
Right.
Okay.
But when I got the car, it had this 400 small block in there. So it's a 75 Pontiac block. It's rated right now at like around 413 on the horsepower. So it's got a cam in it. I put aluminum heads on it. I did a serpentine belt conversion on it. Got an upgraded distributor.
Okay.
A whole lot of different stuff. Long tube headers to the H-pipe to Flowmaster Super 10s out the back to the factory.
Flowmaster Super 10.
Flowmaster Super 10, which is the loudest street muffler you can get.
Wow. Flowmaster Super 10.
It's a one chamber muffler, so it's about the size of a book.
I know which one you're talking about. Okay, now you just said aluminum heads. Okay.
Those are Kaufman racing.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. These just ain't any old aluminum head.
So there's like two choices for heads for the Pontiac 400.
Okay.
Pontiac block, and you've got Eldebrock, which, because they're so popular, most people just go with the Eldebrock. But
Right.
I was looking for something different, see if there was something out there. So I found Kaufman Racing, and the price is actually cheaper than Eldebrock.
I didn't know that.
It's actually cheaper. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's the same design.
Uh-huh.
And they make them on the spot for you. You can have them ported, polished, and all that good stuff. It adds on, depending on what cam you got in there, like minimum is 75 horsepower.
Oh yeah, well, most engines thrive off of some good heads. And when you say Kaufman has been known historically for one of the top brands for Pontiac. So I've been told that it was a step above Eldebrock. Now that's what I've been told. So,
but also when I was looking, there was a lot of reviews. Like I always look into reviews of what people deal with when they get stuff, and there were a lot of complaints from Eldebrock. People bought Eldebrock heads about like just the manufacturing process.
Okay.
Heads, like they would find little defects here and there.
Right.
To whereas Kaufman, you don't have that.
I think Kaufman. Well, Eldebrock deals with every car group. I think Kaufman specializes in Pontiac, right?
Yeah.
So of course they're going to do a better job.
Yeah. So they've got D-port, and then there's round port. But these are D-port.
Okay. What's the difference between D-port and round port?
So if you took the head off, the headers off, and you look at the ports where the exhaust comes out,
right?
It'll look like it'll be in the shape of a D, and then round port, it'll be a round port.
Okay, but which one is better for performance?
The round port, you can get a little bit more out of it.
Okay.
Than the D port.
Okay.
But you've also got I think there's different headers you have to put on there when you go from D port.
And so you have
D port.
D port.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I asked, okay, so that's that. I learned.
You can do it with the D port too, but yeah. Usually when you go to racing and stuff.
Okay. Now I see a lot of details. Now, is this factory or this is your vision?
That's actually something I made out of metal.
Wow.
Did the decal on top.
And how much of this did you do yourself?
About 95%. If you take out the drivetrain portion, which I kind of know how to do that, but I don't have the machinery to do it.
Right.
All the tools. So I had a guy out in Stokesdale do it for me. But the pin, they painted it, did the engine, the transmission, the rear end. I put all the decals and the pin striping.
Wow, you're good because this looks factory.
And redid the interior on there.
You did the interior?
Yeah. And the stereo system's been upgraded, so it's got kicker. Speakers in the 6x9s in the back, and there's a kicker subwoofer 10-inch in the center of the rear deck.
But then you said you got the loudest mufflers.
Yeah, it is.
So which one do you listen to, the music or the mufflers?
The mufflers for sure. Yeah. And I didn't want, when I did the audio system, I didn't want to go anything crazy.
Right.
Because most of the cars,
yeah.
That's what you want to hear.
And when you drive and you want to hear, and look at the good sound system thing, and but I know when you got good mufflers and I have heard your car, and it sounds amazing.
And I've got a couple of vehicles, and everything I've got has Flowmasters on it. This is the only one I have that has the Super 10 on it.
What made you pick them?
So originally it had the 40 series
right
on here, and it just, to me, it wasn't loud enough. It wasn't loud enough, and I was like, well, what's the next thing? I'm not running straight pipes.
Right.
So the next thing was the Super 10.
Okay.
So I went up from that, and then it's not you know, you just cruising around, it's not
Yeah.
that bad, but you know, you can really tell the difference when you get down on it. It's people can hear you from a little bit away.
Do you mind cranking it up so I can get a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Cause I briefly got you when you passed by, but and I'm gonna tell you, this paint is wet. This paint is wet. Oh yeah. Oh, she sound good. She sound good. Yeah. Trans Am, baby. Trans Am. Trans Am. I'm trying to get you from all angles. Trans Am. Factory sticker. Trans Am. Boy, she sound good. It's Super 10 flow metal. Okay. It's not that bad. Yeah, it has a nice sound. It's not overpowering. It's not overpowering. All right, now out of all the cars in the world, why this one? What was your inspiration for getting started with this vehicle? How did you get it, and why did you get it?
Well, it's a funny reason why I ended up with this one.
There's always a good story.
So my dad has a 1976.
Okay, with the round.
With the round head, two
okay,
round
okay.
It's silver with the red leather interior. It's got a 400. It's automatic. He bought it brand new when he was in high school, and he's the only owner. It never had any mechanical issues, no work, none of that done to it. And when I got old enough to drive, he didn't want to let me have it. And I stayed on him for so long. I was like, man, I gotta go ahead and get something, or I'm gonna be too old to do you want to fool with it. So I ended up going out and looking around, and and then I came across like a lot of them out there, but people wanting I really wanted a T-top car.
Right.
But the people that had the T-top cars, they wanted an arm and a leg.
Right.
And the cars were just like rusted,
right,
up real bad, and just in horrible shape. So I came across this one, and the guy bought it for his son to fix up, but he ended up, the son was maybe like 20, 21. The Camaros had come back out, and his son went out and bought a brand new Camaro, lost interest in this, and then the dad put it up on Craigslist. And every time he put it up on Craigslist, the son would come back, no, Dad, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to work on it, don't worry, take it down. It went up and down maybe 5 or 6 times, and then that last time I jumped on it and got it. The color, of course, I grew up watching Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay.
Smokey and the Bandit,
yeah.
Jackie Gleason and all that stuff. So that was.
Is this the original color?
No, it's not the original color.
Okay.
Actually, when I bought it, it was silver.
Okay. Like your dad's.
It was a different silver. It was like a metallic silver.
And
it had the silver, black and red bird on it.
Okay.
The interior was still black, and it had the 15 by 8 original style snowflake wheel on it. But when I started digging deeper, I went to the Pontiac Historical Society website. They can get you all the original documentation on your car.
So you were serious.
So I went and had them, sent them the VIN number, everything, and they sent me back the dealership papers and a lot of the brochures and all that stuff that came out during '79. So I found out that the car was actually a gold on gold. So the interior was gold, the outside was gold. It was basically just a standard Trans Am, nothing special on it. It did have air on it, but other than that, there were no optional features put on there, really.
But all the parts were there, and you didn't have to hunt for parts.
The The only thing I did that's not on the car when I got it was the air conditioning.
Okay, okay.
They had, with the electrical stuff that somebody had done, they had taken the air compressor and all the components of that off of there. And the cost of finding all that stuff was pretty expensive.
I know.
I just left it without the air. And just it being a black on black car, it's not as hot as you would think it is. If I had gone leather seats, it might be the case.
Oh yeah,
but,
oh yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad at all.
Okay. Well, thanks for telling me about it, because I remember you had a story behind it, and I just wanted to know what your inspiration was, because there's always a story behind a car like this, and especially when somebody has kept one as long as you kept this one.
Yes,
And
it stays in the garage. And my dad seen what I've done to this, and he's wanting to get his restored and get out here with me as he shows it.
oh, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful, because it made my day to hear that your dad was your inspiration.
Yeah.
So
and he taught me, everything I know about mechanics. Like, growing up with watching him work on his car and other cars he had, and then the uncles and stuff. Like, that was a big thing.
and plus you can work on these vehicles.
Yeah, you can get to pretty much everything on here.
Right. Yeah, because these new ones you can't even do anything.
Yeah. That, and then if I didn't know what to do on something, you got YouTube.
Right. Right.
YouTube and all these forums that are out there online. And,
Yeah. Okay.
They help tremendously.
Well, I appreciate you telling me about this car. It's nice meeting you. And yeah, I'm just glad you have it, and I'm happy to hear about your story. I see the judge is coming, so I'm gonna get out their way. Okay.
And who knows? I want another one, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I look forward to it, because you did an outstanding job with this one. Yeah, because I don't know too many other ones that I've seen with them Kaufman heads, except for at the track. But like on the street car, like I seen you drive your car to several shows. So.
And that's one thing I wanted to do was to drive it and not trailer it.
Right. And you know what? That 704R is inspirational. And how did you find out about the 704R?
So there was a lot of. It's actually from the forums.
Okay.
Guys were talking about the wanting to get on the highway to go places.
Yeah.
And then having the higher ratio rear end gears.
Yeah.
Tacking high and maybe like 5 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, car. I didn't know that you had
Some people do like the vacuum.
the TV cable.
Yeah, well, it's got the TV cable on there. But
Show me that TV cable. If just as close as you can. No, you ain't got to move nothing or break
you
nothing.
actually can't really see it. But it's that bottom cable.
I see it. I see it.
And it runs down
Okay.
behind the firewall.
Okay.
With the B&M, I've got it hidden. Most people put it somewhere else, but I've got it hidden right here. So
And
the lockup control, so you can set this knob whatever speed you want it to go into overdrive.
okay.
And then this button here, you can turn it on or off. You can leave it on or off.
Okay.
But it won't go into overdrive until you reach whatever speed you set it at.
Okay. And then you can see the RPMs drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when the RPMs drop.
That's
You just basically you just need a power source, and the other wire runs into that plug on the side of the transmission.
Okay.
And then you're good to go.
And who set all that up?
I actually put that in there.
Okay. Okay.
It's real easy to do. You just, like I said, you just need your power source, and then you just make sure you find a spot to run the wire to the side of the transmission.
Okay. Okay.
But there's another version of that, but it's not by B&M. It's out there it operates on vacuum
Okay.
instead of electric. So basically, you wouldn't have any adjustments on it other than adjusting the screw. But I think for those guys that are doing that, you have to drop the pan and then turn the screw in. I didn't want to have to be taking
No.
the transmission pan off.
No, not if it's already rebuilt. No, don't touch it. Yeah. Okay.
pretty simple. Just adjust the speed. So right now I have it set to where it comes on at 55.
Okay.
And then when I'm riding around town, it don't come, it ain't going over.
Right,
You can
right.
turn it down though to where it'll come
But
on at like 45.
I would hope in town you not doing over
No,
2,000 RPMs.
no. It's fine driving around
Okay.
town and everything.
Stoplight's a blast too, ain't it?
Yeah, but where I'm at, you can't do too much, because the cops are the sheriffs and all that stuff are here in the area where I stay.
Oh, okay. Okay. And they just waiting for something.